Okay, part 1 of a Let's Play This War of Mine. Starting over, because the first game I played was horrible. Oh, look at that. Looks like we have 4 people this time. I've never started with 4 people before. It's always been 3. Two females and 2 males. I'm assuming that this one right here is going to die pretty early. Or at least I hope so, because he's essentially useless. War has been raging for countless months, and the besieged city has been reduced to a sea of ruins by constant shelling. Going outside during daylight is like inviting snipers to target practice. Everything is in short supply, and what little aid reaches the city is seized by the most ruthless and best armed. Few residents were lucky enough to flee. The unlucky ones, like fucking fucked up names, and who missed the last refugee convoy, are left to fend for themselves. Ordinary people with no survival skills huddling in the ruins, relying only on each other to survive. Okay, this one here is a fast runner. This woman here bolsters spirits, so I'm assuming she's some kind of whore. This one here is probably a teacher or something, loves children, useless. And this guy here, who I've had before in a previous playthrough, got sick and died on me. Good mathematician. I'm not exactly sure what that does in the game. So first things first, we'll start looting our own house. See what we got. And anything looted will go to a global inventory, which is up here in our things. Okay, herbs, use those to make something like medicine and I think cigarette wrappers. Components and wood are some of the best things to have when you first start out, since you need them to make essentially everything. And then water you have to have for making moonshine, which is used in trade, or to distill it even further to make it into pure alcohol, to make medicines and bandages and stuff, and obviously to cook food also. Grab all that. Okay, more components and wood, good, water, basically the same thing, and a lockpick. Typically I'll save a lockpick and just trade them, because they're one-time use items. I'd rather have a crowbar than a lockpick. Get him going through that. Parts, you need parts for making different workshops. And just a whole bunch of things, basically in the same category as components and electrical parts, materials category. this guy making another workbench, metal workbench. We're going to start prying the door, the wood of that door. Get you to start making a metal workshop. And put it in what we'll call the workshop room. Get her to start prying the boards off of this door. Okay, another lockpick, food. Since we have 4 people, we're going to need a lot of food. Clear out this garbage pile. These clear out faster if you build a shovel in the metal workshop. But first things first, I want a crowbar. So when we go scavenging tonight, we can break locks and stuff. And then obviously, instead of using a lockpick, we're going to take a crowbar to these doors. Okay, he's done making the crowbar. Crowbar to this. Loot that. More food. So you can dig through this pile here. And your day ends at 8 o'clock. So basically everything you want to get done needs to be done before 8 o'clock. Crowbar this cabinet. Dig through that pile. Okay, medicine. The old guy's probably gonna need that eventually. He's a sickly one. Grab all, exit. Oh, no, come back here. Maybe try to get at least one bed made. So at least somebody will have a good night's sleep. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a bed. If you don't make a bed and you just have them sleep on the floor, then they don't rest up as much, so they're constantly tired. You want to put the beds in a location where they're easy and fast to get to, so you can get them to sleep when you come back from scavenging as fast as possible. So right here would be good. Okay, diamond, that's good to use as a trade good. Trader comes by about every 3 to 4 days, something like that. Okay, she's sick already. The whore is sick, so big surprise there, right? Okay, we don't have any herbs right now. All we have is medicine. When she's slightly sick or sick, you know what? Let's see if she can take some medicine. No, fuck, I ain't gonna waste more. Can't make a weapon. Let's pry these boards off. He's not gonna have enough time to do it because the day's about to end. Alright, Shelled Cottage. These are the locations you can scavenge. And more will appear as the story progresses. Right here it lists what they have. Lots of food. Well, we're going to need a lot of food. Huge amounts of materials. That's good. Lots of meds. It's good again. Huge amounts of weapons, which is misleading because weapons, they count weapons as gunpowder, shell casings, and stuff like that. So nothing, it's not like you're going to go there and just find a weapon. Lots of parts, huge amounts of materials, some weapons, lots of parts, and huge amounts of food, lots of meds, huge amounts of weapons, huge amounts of parts, danger. So there's some people living there, and chances are you're going to have to fight them to get their stuff. But since we really don't have any weapons right now, we're sure not going to go there. Let's see, I'll take my fast runner scavenging. God, she is so useless. She has the smallest inventory. These two have the smallest inventory of any I've ever seen. Have her sleep in the bed because she's sick. Put the old guy on guard duty. Now, the old guy might be worth something when it comes to making stuff because he's a mathematician. I'm still not sure. I gotta look at that. So I have him just sleep and put this old child-loving bitch on guard duty. And we're going to scavenge the Shelled Cottage. Take a crowbar with me in case stuff's locked up. Scavenging. Grab all that. It's good because you have to make a bunch of stuff in this game. See this right here, this gunpowder, they count that as a weapon, and it's obviously not. I put that more in the materials section rather than weapons. Let's just take a couple of these for right now, and one wood to fill these up. You can take 4 components in a stack and 2 wood in a stack. Let's go ahead and look through the door, see if there's anybody in there. Got a rat moving over here. Refrigerator. Okay, good for making moonshine right here, these components, but I want to make sure to get all the food since I don't even have a still yet. Lots of sugar, lots of moonshine materials here. Take the bandage, take the medicine, because we have a person who's sick. Let's go to the basement and run down there. Wood. Right here, this is why we brought the crowbar. There's almost always going to be something locked up. Got to pry into it. But if I would have brought the shovel too, then that would have been less resources I could have carried back. So can't get into this without the crowbar. You can dig through this without the shovel, albeit slower. You have to be out of here by, I believe it's 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, if you're not out of here and run to the exit, your guy that you sent scavenging could not get back until later on in the day, or could even possibly be killed during the daylight hours. I try to give myself some leeway and leave about 4:20, 4:30 to hit and run to the exit, depending on the size of the building I'm in and where the exits are. Because there's another exit over here and an exit where I came in at, but this exit is blocked by this pile of garbage. Since we can stack it. And I'm moving with that right now. Let's run upstairs, see what's up there. Yep. Gonna need the crowbar again. It's better off to run through a building and see what you need to take the crowbar to. Just for the simple fact that you don't want to have to bring back the crowbar again and take up an inventory slot. They have to say here. Yeah, I wouldn't believe them either. Okay, go ahead and grab another thing of components, another thing of wood. See what we got here. Quality roll-ups to make cigarettes. And roll-up cigarette. Fertilizer is used. Organic waste that can use as fertilizer in our garden to grow herbs or vegetables, or as bait in a trap for small animals. Take these parts since I don't really have any parts yet. Let's run downstairs. Nothing else needs the crowbar. Oh, no, don't want to go that far. Dig through this pile. And you can see this circle that's going around you right here as you're digging, or as you're running, or using a crowbar or anything like that. That's your sound wave that enemies can hear you if they're in the same building. Let's see, here's the other exit. Shelled out cottage. I've played through this game a couple of times, never beat it before, but there's never been anybody in the shelled cottage. It's always empty in my playthroughs. Long time to do that shit. Why you can't just go up and over it? You know, I don't know. Probably pussy. let's nobody's wounded right now, so let's get rid of the bandages. Take the gun parts. No, I lied. Let's go ahead and go ahead and take the bandages. Backpack. I got it. Full. Let's go ahead and get out of here.